So this lesson is over how to multiply a fraction. So let's start with something real simple. What if I have 2/5 times 10/12? Now remember, the first thing that you want to do is to look and see if you can cross cancel. So when you look to see if you can cross cancel, you're going to be looking diagonally. So you're going to ask yourself, what is the greatest common factor of 2 and 12? What I do is I look at the smaller factor, and I ask myself, can I divide 12 by 2? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to divide 2 by 2, which is 1, and I'm going to divide 12 by 2, which is 6. Now I'm going to look diagonally the opposite direction. Again, I'm going to look at my smaller factor 5 and ask myself if I can divide 10 by 5, and the answer is yes. So if I divide 5 by 5, I would get 1, and when I divide 10 by 5, I would get 2. Now all I have to do is multiply 1 times 2 and 1 times 6. Now I have to ask myself if 2/6 is in simplest form, and we should know that it's not. Anytime you have an even numerator and an even denominator, that fraction is not in simplest form. So now I know that the greatest common factor of 2 and 6 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 1/3 would be your final answer. Okay, how to multiply mixed numbers. What if I have 1 and 1/2 times 2 and 2/3? So remember, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply the whole number times the denominator. 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So I'm going to rewrite my mixed number as an improper fraction. I'm going to do the same thing to the other mixed number. It's the whole number times the denominator. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 plus 2 is 8. So I'm going to write this as 8/3. Now I'm going to look to see if I can cross cancel. Remember, we've said that any time that you have the same factor diagonal from itself, that's always going to become a 1 because you're going to divide by that factor. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now I'm going to look diagonally at my 2 and my 8. Well, I know they're even numbers, so I know I can divide by 2. Can I divide by something bigger than 2? So again, I look at my smaller factor and I ask myself, can I divide 8 by 2? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to divide 2 by 2 and get 1. I'm going to divide 8 by 2 and get 4. Now I'm going to multiply my numerators. 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1. Now remember, this is an improper fraction. Anytime that your numerator is greater than the denominator, that is called an improper fraction. And remember, this fraction bar means divided by. So 4 over 1 is 4 divided by 1, and 4 divided by 1 is 4. So this answer in simplest form would be 4.